Howdy everybody, it's Amy here from Amy Sparkly Diamond Painting. How are you doing today? It's been a long week for me and it's only Tuesday. It's been a little bit rough at work and a little bit rough on the wellness side of things. I do have another cold that I'm working through, but we'll get there. We'll get to spring hopefully pretty soon. Temperatures certainly feel like spring out here. But anyway, I digress. What I have here for you guys today is a product review package from Paintsomeway. And a little bit of a bonus because not only do I have a product review package, but I saw a couple interesting things on their site while I was picking out my goodies. So I placed a regular order from Paintsomeway as well. So we're going to do a little bit longer unboxing for this one. I'm going to first show the product review and talk about these items in a little more detail and give prices and all that. And then we'll take a look at the goodies that I bought because this is actually only half the order. Some of it got caught up in Chinese New Year and it'll ship to me later, and I'll explain that when we get there because they are items that had to be made. So anyway, we'll get there. We'll start here though. So Paintsomeway is a company that sells diamond paintings as well as cross-stitch, paint by number. They even have junk journal stuff. I went looking around on their page the other day to see what sales they have going on right now for you all. They have some Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, I should say, Year of the Snake type sales going on to celebrate. So I think it was like buy 4, get 1 free, and buy different amounts and get different amounts for free. And it's worth checking out. I know prices will be going up, probably, maybe, we just don't know. But these are still very budget friendly, even with shipping maybe possibly going up a little bit. But I'm not going to get into all that. So let's see what we got here. Let's do the happy things because I'm looking for a happy video. And hopefully you are as well. So we'll start with the product review package. I'll put this other one off to the side here. And I did open these to figure out what was what. So we have 2 diamond painting items in here. And if you are new to the channel, I do diamond painting reviews as well as cross-stitch reviews. And occasionally I'll do random videos with other crafts and things like that. But mostly diamond painting and cross-stitch. So this is a diamond painting review. And I really do recommend you check out Paintsomeway because they make a lot of their own stuff, I guess, or they have it printed at their factory. So there's a little more variety there than you might see at some of the other places. So we do have the thick bubble mailer, and it was actually folded in half because this is a pretty long diamond painting. This is the edge of it right here, goes all the way down to here, and then there's another item in here. But you can see that the companies have really switched over to these bubble mailers, which do protect the diamond paintings a little bit better. I'm always happy when I see these because I mean that the diamond paintings won't be as squished and wrinkled as they sometimes have been in the past. So I'm going to pull these out here. So we have 2 things, and like I said, really big envelope here folded up. I'm trying not to show this side because my address is on there. But eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll start with this because this looks really cool. I've never ordered one of these before, and it's a lot bigger than I was expecting. So this is a pencil box. It's a plastic, and it's printed with kind of like a special drill type diamond painting or a canvas with the picture painted on the back that you just sparkle up with some drills. So let's see what we have here. Hopefully that wasn't too noisy. We have a basic toolkit here with the boat, the wax, and the pen there. And then we have our drill pack. Not a whole lot of drills to this one, but the design is not too complicated here. But this is printed on a plastic pencil case. And if you look inside, we have different sections here. They call it a pencil case, but I could see this being very useful. Maybe some wax in there as a diamond painting tool case, especially if you take your stuff on the go for a trip or something. Very nice, very thick plastic. Snap, and it stays closed pretty well there. So, and here is the diamond painting top. So it is printed on there. Looks like it's printed very well. Maybe a sublimation type process going on there. I don't know. I've never tried sublimation, but it doesn't peel off. It looks like it's on there really well. And we have the sticky parts here with the design that we're going to do the diamond painting on. So I'll go ahead and just pull this off so you can see it without the glare. There, it's a lot bigger than I expected. I guess I pictured something smaller that would maybe only hold 1 or 2 pencils. So this looks really nice. I'm going to straighten that a little bit more. There we go. So let's see what we have here. I see some special drill shapes there. Some small and large rounds and some teardrops or marquees maybe. Not a whole lot of colors. Shouldn't take too long. So here we go. We have some white round rhinestones there, some green, some pink, and some yellowish gold, and some purple, and a lighter color gold there. And then we have all our special drills here. We've got, my puppers are gonna argue about food over there. Chinook! So we've got some purple marquees that are pretty big there, some pink circles, and some large gold circles there. A little bit of glare tonight. It's pretty late. It's getting dark out here, but there you can see numbers 1 through 9, it looks like on there for the symbols. Pretty easy to read there. And I've got it upside down there. And then letter A for the large circle there in the middle. So this looks like a quick and easy project to do. I'm curious how well they stick on there, although the glue looks pretty good for a regular diamond painting. This is something that you would use a lot probably, that would be open and closed a lot and maybe put in a bag and carried. So I would recommend sealing this just to make sure those diamonds don't fall off after you do all the hard work of putting it together. So we'll maybe work on that, and I'll show you at the end how that came out. But first, let's look at our diamond painting. So we have a pupper dog, Chinook. Okay, so let's look at our diamond painting now that the dog went outside to bark. So we have a large one here. This is a 40 by 70, but if you are a weather fan like me, or like looking at the sky, this might appeal to you. But I do like the bigger diamond paintings, so I do try to get some of those from time to time. But the prices, I should probably mention that because I did write them down here. The pencil case was only $6.99. So that's a pretty good deal, I thought, for a pretty good sturdy pencil case. So that left me with $12.99 to get this diamond painting here. So let's unroll it and see what we have. So we have a thunderstorm at sunset. Isn't that pretty? Let me get my trash can out of the way there. So we have the ground here with some greenery. Looks like a nice open field, maybe somewhere in Kansas or Oklahoma. We've got some trees and bushes here in the back foreground, I should say. And then we have this big old towering cumulus going up into the sky with the sun reflecting on it right there, and then some darker clouds over on either side here. So this is definitely sunset time where you've got the big old thunderstorm and the light shining on it. I just thought that was so cool. Very weathery. And this one surprisingly only has 18 colors, so normally I wouldn't pick one this big with that few colors, but because of the theme, if you've not seen my videos before, I am a meteorologist, so weather is my thing. So this could actually go up in my office at work. But we don't have a whole lot of colors. I could probably add a little bit more color to the background, possibly. I see lots of letter B here throughout the background, which is color 823, which is a dark blue. So there is no 310, so there's no black on this, even though it's kind of dark there. It's lots of B and lots of N, which is 3750 here for this other dark blue. And there are some outlines here of a slightly different gray color through this cloud, but it's kind of the same color on both sides. It's just the outlining here that's going to separate it. So maybe if I were to add a few colors, it would be possibly in that cloud and maybe over here as well to get a little bit more shading and definition into this area down here. But the symbols look easy to read, especially since there's only 18 of them. They are all capital letters. Again, this is a 40 by 70, which looking at the borders and everything, it looks more like a 35 by 65. We've got the thumbnail there, but it really is kind of hard to tell. We're going to have to look at the diamonds, though, to see, although this cloud looks like it's going to come out pretty bright against that dark background, we'll have to take a look and see what we have here. So the toolkit is a standard toolkit, but it has 2 pens and 2 boats and probably 2 pads of wax in there. So it is there we go. They were just stuck together. So there is a set of 2 for this larger painting. So I could even take this to work and leave it sitting out and see if people work on it on their lunch breaks, maybe, and see if it gets done. So we have our bag of baggies here, which is nice. It's already kitted up in those bags that have the little diamond shapes on it. And this is a round, so this would be a good beginner project. So I am tempted to bring this one to work and see what happens here. So we have all the colors here. They're kind of jewel tones is what I would call that. Those blues and maroon colors. I probably won't open this, but that gold, maroon, blue, and green combination talks to me like it is a jewel tone type canvas there. So no ABs or anything special about these drills. So it might be fun to pick out maybe the lightest yellow and put a little bit of bling to make probably an AB drills. You wouldn't want rhinestones for the clouds, but maybe some AB drills sprinkled along the outlines of the clouds to give it that little extra shine of the sunlight on the edge there. So not a whole lot of colors on this one, but it looks like it's a really clear and easy to see design. I think that other than maybe this background area, which is pretty plain, I think the clouds should come through pretty well there. So that's a cool weather diamond painting from Paintsomeway. So I do thank Paintsomeway for sending these goodies for me to try out. And this one, like I said, really good deals for a big diamond painting still. So this one was $12.99, and we'll watch and see what the prices do over the next couple weeks. And this one was $6.99 for the pencil case. If you've got a student that needs a cool gift or something pretty and sparkly, that would be really cool. But I will go ahead and do this one, but I'll wait till the very end of the video to show that because I want to open the purchases that I made as well. So there's a little bit more diamond painting that I have to show you in there. So I will just combine those two so you can see a little bit more of the products that they have to offer. So Paintsomeway, check them out. And I typically don't have a discount code. They do come up with discount codes for sales from time to time. But typically they do their sales more as a buy so many, get so many free. So a little bit different there. So we have a couple diamond paintings and some cross stitch here, but I'll tell you what's going on with this order and why we don't want to lose that. Why I only have some of it right now. And that's because when I was looking around for things, I usually pick out diamond paintings for my PR packages for you guys. But I saw that they were doing their own cross-stitch kits. Now, normally I show Spring Brand, Joy Sunday, Mona Lisa kits, and some Yishus and Huacans, but they have their own cross-stitch brand now that they are printing. They call them Special Cross-Stitch, I think, at the top of their menu. And these are a lot of AI images and a lot of their diamond painting images that they have switched over to buy as cross-stitch as well from their own brand, because they have the PSW SKU or product ID number on them, which means Paintsomeway, PSW. So I am curious to see, but they do take a little bit longer to print, and I got caught up in Chinese New Year, so they were able to ship the pre-made stuff already as a partial package here right before Chinese New Year, and that's what I have here. But we will wait on the PSW or Paintsomeway cross-stitch kits and see what we get here on another video when they show up. And Chinese New Year, if you're not familiar with that, is a 2-week-long celebration, 14 or 15 days. So everything shuts down in China so they can celebrate and be with their families and all that. So it does take a little while to get things if they get caught up in Chinese New Year. But I'm used to that from the board game world. So anyway, you want to see more diamond paintings. So that's what we have here. We have another diamond painting, and this is a dimensional diamond painting project. So we will take a look at this. We've got lots and lots of rhinestones here. So definitely a bigger dimensional project. This I thought looked really cool, and I'm hoping all the pieces are there, because one of them did try to come out, and more trying to come out here. I might have to tame them down. So they came in this bag here, which is also a bubble mailer inside a bubble mailer. So yes, this bag did indeed come open, because we have these larger metal stands that are going to go on this. I'll show you hopefully in a minute. And we have these that go on the top. There should hopefully be 3 of those. And then we have the little screws. So this does indeed have some hardware. I'll have to look around and see if I can find that 3rd bead, because I'm not seeing it here, but there's a really good chance that it is in the bottom of my bag. So I'm not too worried about that yet. Let's see. I don't think it's in here, but there was indeed a little bit of a hole there, but I bet that, oh, I see it, yes. So it was indeed in the main bag, so be sure and check if you order something like this with the heavier hardware. But these are really heavy metal, and so that's why they aren't plastic, but that's probably why the bag broke open, is because those are pretty heavy duty there. So I am going to find a little baggie before I put this away. That might work there. Hold on just a second for me, please, so I don't lose these pieces. Okay, we can use this bag to collect the ends there, and then we should have 6 of these probably. 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. So the way this is going to work, we have 3 different levels. This is a corner stack of shelves, which I thought was a really cool space saver way to have some shelves here. So they all stack on top of each other and is put together with these. I suspect that it would go like this, with one of these screws going in here. This may take too long for me to sit here and play with this, but we'll get a little bit of an idea. So that will go in there, and then this goes here, and then you put the next one on there and screw it in, and then put the next one on and screw that in to hold the top with those little gold beads at the top. So pretty easy to assemble there. And I'm going to make sure that these little pieces don't get lost. But let's talk about the diamond painting, because that's what you really want to see. So basic toolkit there, and we have 3 different butterflies here. There is, indeed, I can feel it already, yes, there is a protective cover even on the back of these so that they don't scratch. These are thin plastic here, but you peel off. Oops, too much. Oof, that's interesting. I'll have to probably glue that down. There we go, that's more like it. So probably want to make sure that's glued down, or you don't peel up the wrong thing. So this is the area that you diamond paint that's really sticky, although I do need to probably glue. Let's see. Okay, no, I will go ahead and make sure that this one is glued down, because I don't want to mess this up, which I already am. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, that's why we do product reviews here. We will leave this as it is on the camera. So yes, indeed, part of the edge of this did come off, and before I could try to save it, it was already in pieces. So this corner has peeled up. So this one was not stuck down very well. It almost looks, no, there's nothing there. It just didn't stick down very well. So caution, danger. You may need a little bit more work on the glue on that one. We can check these others and see how they work. But that's why we do these reviews, because the company needs to know when things aren't working quite as well. So we'll try to peel this one up. That one feels like it's stuck down much better. Let me peel on this end and see. Okay, so that one is definitely stuck down much better. So, well, I do see a little bit of wrinkling here. Yep. There we go. Okay. I don't recommend that. But that's how you learn. You try. That's a little disappointing, because I thought that was a pretty shelf with the butterflies. But I'm just worried that I would go through all that work and put the diamonds down just to have the bottom part come off. So it definitely doesn't stick down as well as I've seen. I've never had that happen before. Usually with the ornaments and other things on the magnets and things on this plastic, they usually, the coating stays down, but for whatever reason, I can see a little bit of trouble on this one as well, a little bit of wrinkling. So for whatever reason, the seal didn't work quite well on those. So maybe we'll figure out something to do with them. I'll think of something. We'll make that work somehow. So quick look at the diamonds here, but they are just basic rhinestones of various colors, so I don't think I will go through them. I don't see any special drills or anything like that, but a little disappointing on that one. So we will keep going. We'll push on through. Because I bet we have other good things to show on here, but the shelf may need a little bit more work. So we have a diamond painting here. This is another one with not a whole lot of colors. Let's see what we have. And this is the nicer, softer canvas. I like the softer canvas because it is easier to roll backwards and flatten here. So they sometimes look a little bit more wrinkly when they first come out, but they are much easier to flatten. So we can do a little bit of that. My fingers still have sticky stuff on them from the shelf there. But I think I can still do this with my hands and get this to flatten out a little bit better. But what we have is a steampunk butterfly. I thought that was really cool. They had a few of them, so I just picked one. But I like the idea of the gears and everything there in that big old butterfly. So the background might be a little bit boring there. There's a lot of color number 1 there, which is the 3865, which is a very, very pale off-white, almost white. It's often used as a white color. But we have the gears on there, the leaves. Really pretty design here. And this one has only 19 colors, so not a whole lot. This is kind of a quick project. It says 40 by 40. It definitely looks like a decent size there. I don't have my tape measure with me, but we have capital letters there for the symbols, pretty clear. And lots of purples and golds on this one, as well as the greens for the leaves. So this one is also already kitted up for us in the nice baggies. And we have 19 colors here on the drills here. They are round. I already said 19 colors, didn't I? But you can see the colors here. They're a little bit more like dusty colors, I would call them. Maybe dusty rose and dusty purple and kind of that grayish blue color. Really, really pretty. There's probably no need to open this because you can see all the colors there. So this looks like it'll come out pretty good. There is a little bit of detail here in some of these gears and everything, but because this is a larger one, a 40 by 40, it should come out just fine. Some of the lines here will show around the round drills because it is round, so you will see some of that come through around the diamonds. So basic toolkit with that one. So that one looks pretty good. I think this would make a neat little picture for a bathroom. I love butterflies in my bathroom, so that'll look pretty cool. But now we're going to switch gears to cross stitch for the rest of these, but these are Joy Sunday type cross stitches. So these are not the special ones that they make. I'm curious to see those when they come in, but we do have a small stack here of Joy Sundays, and I say small stack because some of these are part of a set, and that's why there's a stack of them. And they are small ones. So we'll start with the set here, and it is a set of little critters in envelopes. So this is the first one here. It's called Autumn of Stamps. It looks like a hedgehog popping out there of that envelope. And then we have, I'll just do a quick summary first here, a bunny rabbit. And this one says Winter of Stamps. It looks like a seal with an ocean getting the envelope wet there. And then, of course, Summer looks like a kitty cat with some strawberries and a kite. So 4 seasons here: summer, winter, spring, and autumn. So we'll start with this one. We'll take a quick look and see how big these are and how many colors and all that good stuff. So let me pull these out. If you've never had a Joy Sunday before, they come in a resealable bag so that you can use that as a project bag. And I do like the smaller ones. I noticed that most of my finishes in January, I do have some finishes to share with you guys in another video, but they are all smaller ones. So I do feel like I can accomplish something if I get a smaller one done. So this is the canvas here, not too big. It is 14 count for all of these. I should probably tell you the size here, 19 by 19 centimeters. I bet they're all the same. Well, almost. That one says 18 by 20. So a slight difference there. So this is the 14 count. We have the little detailed picture there. Lots of back stitch to get the detail because these are small, but it looks like 29 colors for this little one. So that's pretty cool. And then 2 different colors of back stitch. As you can see, we've got the lighter color back stitch there in the hedgehog fur, as well as all the dark ones to outline the leaves and the details with the envelope and our little stamp there. So basic pattern printed there, and then this is how the canvas is printed. Looks like one of the older Joy Sunday kits because you can see the lines of the back stitch are printed on this. The newer ones don't have the lines, and the newer ones use lighter colors printed on the canvas, but I can see this just fine, and it does help where you have vines going across the white part of the canvas to have the back stitching printed on there. It gives you kind of something to follow there. But for most of this back stitching, we're going to cover it up when we do the regular stitching, and we'll have to use the pattern to see where to put those lines on there. So pretty cute there. You can see the little hedgehog head there, the ears, the eyes, the little heart shapes there for the eyes. That's cute. And then here's the fur, and then the leaves and the envelope. So looks pretty clear. And here we have our floss They usually staple them together, and you have your needles. These don't come with the toolkit, but they do have the needles, which are really nice needles, stapled here on a bag. So we have 2 floss cards. This one is colors 1 through 30 here. Lots of fall colors, as you would expect. And the red number shows how much floss you need. So half of a strand for a lot of these versus just 1 strand. This color here, that's probably the fur, has 2 strands. And there's a couple colors here that have 2 strands, but most of them just have a little bit of color. There is 310, a little bit of black to do the outlining there, and then 1 color on this other card. So they probably could have maybe saved a card by finding another way to do that 1 color, but that's okay. That's where they put the needles here. So color 31 there is white B5200, and I just hit the camera. Feels like it's been a little while since I did a video, which it has. I had some other ones saved up that I've been putting up through the week, so I'm a little out of practice already. Dang. But here's our pretty fall colors here with this one. And again, there's that and the picture of how it's going to look. So those are really cute. So that's our first one, our autumn of stamps. Now we'll take a look at winter. How about winter next? We'll try to go in some sort of order for the seasons. And this one is really cute. I like the seal with the ocean, the waves popping out of the card, and the little lighthouse. There, that's pretty neat. So let's see what we have here. Here is our canvas. And these are serged, even though they're small ones. They did go ahead and serge them for us. We have the key printed around the edges as well. And looks very clear, very easy to see there. Got the moon and the stars up there, the lighthouse, and the little Christmas tree. Some snowflakes, and our little seal popping out there. So really cute. Behind this is our pattern here, and it looks like 21 colors of cross stitch or full stitch with 2 different colors of back stitch. So very clear, easy to read pattern. As far as the floss goes, we only need 1 card for this one. We have our 2 needles here, but we have only 22 colors. There's some ocean and a lot of white and gray, kind of wintry colors there with that one. A little bit of blue turquoise. So I think I'll start with that one. That one's pretty cute. And it's still winter. I can get away with that. And then we'll move on into spring and Easter. So that's why we have a little bunny rabbit on this one. And it looks like some cotton and a clock, because we spring forward in Easter, and a birdhouse and a paper airplane for the wind, and then a little carrot growing. So here is our canvas, and this one looks really good. So far, no wet ones or moist ones where the ink has spread. They all look very clear, very easy to see. We have our pattern here. This one has a few more colors again. This one shows 28 different colors, and not very bright colors for spring. On this, I mean, it looks kind of pale there, but if you look at the floss, that definitely gives me a spring vibe. So we got some bright green and yellows and oranges and pinks in there. So even though the picture didn't look that spring-like, the floss colors there, I think, look a lot better. So we do have the 2 needles there, and 28 total colors with the backstitch black color there. So very nice. And then finally we can move on to summer. And that's where we have kitty cat with strawberries and some jelly or jam. And some strawberry milk. It looks like my kiddo loves strawberry milk. He buys a lot of it. And a kite. It's still windy in summer. So Here we have the colors. Looks like a few more maybe than the other one. 27 colors there of full stitch. We do have some quarter stitches sneaking into this one. That's interesting because I don't think the other ones had that. So, nope, not that one. Nope. So quarter stitches mean you poke a hole through the middle. You only do a little corner of the color. So we'll take a look a little bit closer at this one and see where those quarter stitches are popping in. And then we have some back stitch. So quarter stitches can be a little difficult if you're not used to them, or if you have a very dull needle, because you need a sharp needle to go through the Ida cloth. So here is our Ida cloth there. The printing looks very clear, easy to see, and I'm trying to see if I can pick out some of these quarter stitches, and I'm not seeing them off the back because I would expect them to be like where the line goes diagonally there. Still got some white stuff stuck on my fingers there in these diagonal areas, but I'm not seeing them on the fabric. But let's see if I see them on the chart. Interesting, because I don't see them. Maybe in the eyes. Okay, yes, there are a couple there in the eyes. So what you see there is two symbols. I hate to show too much of the pattern there, but you see two symbols in one square there in the eye. And what you do is do one color on one side of a cross and then the other color, and then do back stitch in between the two. And so that makes a quarter stitch. So you see one on that side as well. Gives a little bit more detail, but you do have to poke down through the middle of that square. You can see the two different colors on there, the orange and the purple on that one square. So you have to poke your needle down the middle of that square. And a little bit tricky to do on 14 count Ida, but we'll give it a shot and see how we can do there. So this is 77 wide by 78 high, same size as the other ones. And canvas looks good, not wet. And we have more summery colors here, a little bit more red, but still some green in there, some a little bit darker colors. So all fitting on one floss card. Here, looks like 27 total. So those are cool, and those will be fun. I've gotten to where I pick out a lot of seasonal stuff, I notice, for cross stitch. I don't do that as much with diamond painting, but for some reason cross stitch I like to stitch a little bit of seasonal stuff. So I have a couple other like seasonal scenes and stuff like that, so those will be kind of fun. And then we have two more here. We can go ahead and get through this. We'll do this one first here. This is a colorful rose. This is also Joy Sunday. 14 count. This is a little bit bigger. This is a 44 by 27. And pretty little roses there. And I think I was hoping maybe, although we'll see, that some of the background there was half cross instead of full cross to make it go a little bit faster. But even if it's not charted that way, we could do it that way. So let's see what we have here. We have our rose colored floss, kind of the same color palette as the other ones that we just looked at here. A little bit bigger key on this one. Looks like 29 different colors of full stitch and then 6 different colors of back stitch there. I don't see any half cross. So indeed, a place where you could make this go a little bit faster is in this background here beyond the roses. You could do that as half cross instead of full cross, and it would go just a little bit faster and still give that same shaded look to it. So that's kind of what I thought might be going on here, is that they would do half cross for the background, but it looks like they gave enough floss to do full cross, but that outer color there, I might do that as half cross just to save some time. So we've got 4 pages to the pattern there. We'll get another close-up view of that. Really pretty roses. And we'll look here, definitely a bigger one. But it looks very easy to see, very clear. I don't see any blurry symbols or anything like that, so this has stayed dry. There we've got our key that's nice and big on this one, easier to see. And it does still have the back stitch printed on there, so this is one of the older printed ones. But like I said, we'll cover that up with the stitches and then use the pattern to do the back stitching on that. Not a ton of back stitching, but there will have to be some to outline the petals of the leaves and the roses there. So you can see the browns and the blacks around the edges there, and then the dark red outlining the different petals there in the dark gold. So very, very nice. And of course the colors here, we do have 2 color cards. This one's been cut to make it a little bit easier because it only has 1 color on that, and that's color 31. We've got our needles there. And here's all the other colors, the reds there, lots of pretty reds that blend together there for one rose, and then the yellows for the other, and then the greens for the leaves there. Really, really pretty colors. So very happy with that one. That'll be a lot of fun. And not too big, not too difficult to do. And then finally, yes, one more Year of the Snake. I was trying to show you guys different options for snakes. So I've shown a couple diamond paintings with snakes. I've shown some of the Dream Stitch snake kits and the Spring Brand Zodiac kits, or the different lunar year kits, I should say, not Zodiac, with the cute little cartoon snake. And then this, I think, is the last one that I bought, just to show you the different examples out there and that it is possible to make a snake look somewhat cute. So one more snake here, and this is a 14 count, 40 by 51 centimeters, not too big. We'll take a look because this one does feel a little bit thicker. Here, there's a little bit more in here, and this is on the new printing, so I can show you the difference with the new printing. So we've got all our floss here, but I can tell because it's lighter colors, you don't have the saturated red on these. They're a lot lighter, but you also don't have the back stitching printed on these. So this looks like a newer print one, very, very clear. I like the newer print a little bit better. I find it a little bit easier to see on my eyes because you don't have those big bright reds and the dark greens that you see with some of the others. Let me put the two side by side here, and you can see these darker colors versus the lighter ones, I think, are just easier on my eyes. So cute little snake, big old eyes there. We have the key printed all the way around the edge, which tells me, as well as the floss, that there are a lot of colors on this. So let's take a look. A little bit bigger pattern here. Oh boy, yes, definitely. So it shows the different pages here and all the different colors. These are, whew, I see what it's doing here. So we've got the paper pattern symbols here, and then side by side the canvas symbols. So it's actually only one row. So it's looks like 60 different colors there, but you've got one side showing the paper pattern symbol and one side showing the fabric symbol, which also gives me a clue this is a newer pattern, or printed pattern at least. So it's in English here, Snake of the Chinese Zodiac, 178 by 239 high for the stitch count. And that's cool. I always like it when they print both symbols on there because you can kind of compare and find where you are. Pretty thick, good quality paper it's printed on with the shiny coating so it won't get messed up. And very large print on that. So several pages here. I won't show the whole pattern. No back stitch, so that may be why there's no back stitch printed on there as well. Because there isn't any for the pattern, but you would think that you might need some there on the scales, but no, this is big enough that the scales are actually just stitched with regular cross stitch rather than back stitch. So he's pretty cute. So I know not everybody is a fan of snakes. I guess I should show the different floss colors here because there are 60 of them across 2 floss cards, but we've got the gray blues there, the greens, lots and lots of this purple here, as well as some browns and some off-whites, lots and lots of this color there. and our needles on there. And do the twist here. So overall, a good grouping of items here, I think. I really like the snake. The butterfly, I think, will come out really cool. And I love the roses. I love the dusty pink colors of our roses here. Looks really good. And I think these animals will be pretty cute here to cross stitch. I've got them all kind of stacked like this, so I'm not gonna get them all mixed up, but nice little projects there. And then the one disappointed one though was this little corner shelf where it was difficult to keep this down and separate the sticky from the backing, because the backing just wants to peel up, as you can kind of see there. So a little bit disappointing with that one, but that's how you learn and try different things. So not sure what we'll do with that. But I did promise you we'd check our pencil case here. And the other PR package item here are really pretty cloud one. This one I might take to work. We need a little stress relief at work right now, so that'll be a good lunch project for everybody. See how quickly we can get it done. So thank you for watching, and thank you to Paintsomeway for sending me these two items, and then the rest that I paid for myself, and we will see how their cross stitch comes out. I'm really excited to see how some of their patterns come out, how many colors they use, and how the printing looks and all that. So we'll know maybe in another week or two, hopefully. So stay tuned for that, and I will be back at the end of this video with a completed pencil case. For me, it'll be a little while. For you, it'll be instantly. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, I'm back with a quick finish to this video, and I have finished the pencil case here. You can see all the shine. Let me turn it sideways so it fits a little bit better in the screen here. This was a quick and easy finish, and this coating on there is on there really good. Maybe over time it might scratch up a little bit, but I think it came out just fine. Really, really pretty, really shiny. Love the jewel tone colors on that. And that is the pencil case. I also did try to work on the butterfly here, and I got a little frustrated because the more I tried to work on it, the more this stuff was sticking to my pen and other stuff. And then I thought, well, maybe I can cut off the background and just do the butterfly, but it just wasn't working. So this one I don't recommend unless they can figure out, maybe I just had some bad luck here, but unless this part will stick down a little bit better, this one didn't work out. So I thought, well, let me work on one of the cross stitches a little bit, and that is this one right here. So this was one of the 4 seasons. That was this one, the little seal in the envelope. And here's what I got so far. I know with these it's hard to see what's completed, but you can tell by turning it over to the back. I basically did the bottom third here from about here downward this way without the back stitch. It's kind of hard to see the details, but it seems to be working very well. So that's what I have for you, and I will check back with you soon. Thank you.